Hey, how you doing, guys? So you're thinking possibly about buying a Chinese ATV. Well, my situation, I bought a 2018 Tao Bull 200, and let's just say we've had some structural errors and issues with the framing. So first things first, this is the Tao Bull 200 2018 model. It's a little dirty right now, sorry for that. Right now, we're working on putting EBC brake pads to replace the original pads that were on there. EBC pads are made in the USA and are made of an aramid fiber, used in Kevlar bulletproof vests and things like that. Very wear resistant and great in the mud. If you're going to buy one of these ATVs, you might want to buy a welder. That was one of the first things I found when I ripped the rear end off of this thing out in the trail. So what we did was slip some tubing inside the original tubing, and there's this housing. The rear housing actually is hollow with the original tubing that goes back almost, I would say, about into here. So we slipped another piece of tubing a little bit smaller in diameter right into this housing and then back up into the control arm, the rear control arm, and that's been welded. Besides that, chain has been replaced. New chain. I called Tao, emailed the US Canadian office, tried to get some information on how to get this chain tensioner right. So what I had to do was ended up fabricating my own tensioner, and as you can see, there is some round piping there. It's welded here, there, and there is the original tensioner arm. That one I actually purchased from Multinational Parts. I had to replace the original one that came with this because it fell off on the trail. And the roller that I have is for a Honda 400. I got that from Royal Distributing, and then came up with a little rigged tensioner that keeps enough tension where my sprocket, the chain on my sprocket, doesn't skip. So that's been very good. It seems to be working out great. I will show you guys some other videos shortly, but for now I just wanted to give you a bit of information. I've done quite a bit of repairs, welded joints in here back together, just a couple little minor things with the steel on here. It's very cheap. The Chinese steel is very weak. This is a brand new axle. I've taken apart the whole rear end assembly and cleaned out, replaced the bearings, took out the Chinese bearings, put in some SKF bearings, which are made in the USA, higher quality. The shaft is from Tao. Did get that, $65, which was great, pretty cheap. And just trying to vamp up this bike and make it a little bit more solid, because I do a lot of hard trail riding with my buddies, and this thing hasn't really been lasting so long. But motor's great, tires, everything else, brakes seem to be running perfect, lights work, everything else is fabulous. But we'll get you guys on the next video shortly, and we'll learn a little bit more and some cool things on the front end of this bike. Till we talk again, have a good one, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.